Have you ever wondered if you're a highly sensitive person, also known as an HSP? Most HSPs don't even know that they're HSPs. While others can't really comprehend what it means to be one, they're often misunderstood, labeled as too sensitive or too emotional by people who confuse emotional depth with emotional instability. Because of this, HSPs can seem hard to love, not because they're complicated, but because people think emotional means irrational. So let's talk about it. Here are 8 things highly sensitive people often do that make them seem difficult to love, and what's actually happening underneath. Number 1. Picking up on every emotion. Isn't emotional compatibility one of the key parts of dating? Sure, but as an HSP, you take it to a whole new level. You don't just notice your partner's emotional state, you absorb it. Whether it's anxiety, anger, restlessness, sadness, you feel like it's your own. You sit in the same room as someone with a bad vibe, and suddenly you're curled up like a cat that just heard fireworks. It's hard for you to stay calm when your partner is stressed. Not because you're dramatic, but because your nervous system doesn't know the difference between theirs and yours. Sometimes your partner's only option is to step back, especially when they're angry or irritable, to keep their mood from rubbing off on you like an emotional static cling.
I said I'm fine.
Okay, so why did your voice drop an octave? You slammed the cabinet, and you're now stirring your tea like it owes you money.
You're overreacting.
No, I'm just bilingual in emotional repression. Being highly sensitive doesn't mean you're needy. It means you feel deeply. But without boundaries, feeling deeply can turn into absorbing things that don't belong to you. You were never meant to carry someone else's storm. You were meant to witness it, not drown in it. Number 2. Perceiving every little detail. HSPs are incredibly adept at reading faces and body language, and while that sounds like a flex, it often turns into a full-time job your brain didn't apply for. You have a tendency to fixate on the tiniest changes, even after you're told it didn't mean anything, but when someone's voice shifts half a decibel, you clock it. A raised eyebrow, a hesitation, a weird pause before I love you, you notice, and you overanalyze, and your overthinking starts overthinking. As a result, your partner often feels like they have to tiptoe around you, watching every word, every sigh, every blink, to avoid triggering a full inner spiral they didn't know they scheduled. What was that? Are you mad?
I blinked.
No, you blinked differently, like left eye first. That's your I'm annoyed blink.
What? No, what?
You did it again. See that one? That's your I'm about to lie face. You're not paranoid. You're just trained by experience to search for emotional subtext, because sometimes the truth came in side eyes, not sentences. But here's the gentle slap. Just because you can read between the lines doesn't mean there's always something written there. Not every pause is a red flag. Sometimes it's just digestion. Number 3. Being able to catch lies. You might think honesty is the cornerstone of every healthy relationship, and you'd be right, but when it comes to dating you, it's like dating a human polygraph. You can smell inconsistency like it's cologne. Your intuition is a full-body experience. Someone says nothing's wrong and your spine goes stiff because you already know something is. You don't miss the little cracks in someone's story, the shift in tone, the oddly specific timeline, the casual mention of just a friend with 3 prior red flags and a comment history. You see the chip in someone's armor, and instead of looking away, you start Googling where it came from. People who have something to hide tend to feel a little exposed around you, and if you've ever been told you're too intense, what they probably meant was, I can't lie around you and it makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, we all went out Friday, just me, Chris, and Jake.
Didn't you say it was just Chris yesterday?
Did I?
Yeah, and also Jake moved out of the state 2 months ago, so either you're time traveling or lying.
You remember that?
Oh, I remember everything. I'm the FBI, but with feelings. It's not that you're trying to catch people slipping. It's just that your nervous system doesn't tolerate emotional loose ends. You crave clarity because chaos used to be your baseline. Still, here's the hard truth. Sometimes your instinct is spot on, and sometimes it's your past trying to protect you from people who aren't even the threat. Not every inconsistency is a betrayal, but it's okay if your body still reacts like it might be. Number 4. Taking things too slow. Maybe you've never been in a serious relationship before. Maybe you're still emotionally hungover from your last one. Or maybe you just don't like sprinting into intimacy with someone whose last name you can't pronounce. Whatever the reason, HSPs like to take things slow, especially in the beginning. You need time. Time to feel safe, time to observe, time to make sure the person you're letting in isn't just charming, but consistent. To someone else, it might look like you're being hesitant, guarded, uninterested even, but really, you're just checking if the house has smoke detectors before deciding to live there. And because you don't dive in head first, your partner might start to wonder, do you even like them back? And if they want something serious right away, this difference in pacing can create tension, insecurity, or miscommunication.
So, are you seeing anyone else right now?
I mean, I'm still deciding if I trust you with my Starbucks order.
We've been on 5 dates.
And I'm proud of us. Let's not ruin it with premature labels and vulnerability. Taking it slow doesn't mean you're emotionally unavailable. It means you understand that availability without safety isn't intimacy, it's exposure. Letting someone in isn't the same as proving you're lovable. You're not slow, you're intentional. And if someone sees your boundaries as rejection, they were never ready for your depth in the first place. Number 5. Getting overwhelmed too easily. Ever felt personally victimized by parties, crowds, or group vacations? If you're a highly sensitive person, overstimulation isn't just annoying, it's exhausting. You're not the life of the party, you're the person quietly Googling the fastest route home from the party. Loud music, too much talking, a bunch of overlapping conversations, your brain's like, no thanks, I've already exceeded today's emotional bandwidth. So when someone wants to drag you to back-to-back social events or thinks camping is a fun way to bond, your soul quietly packs a bag and leaves your body. This doesn't mean you hate people, it just means your nervous system prefers the soothing hum of your air purifier over karaoke night. And for people who crave constant adventure or high-energy plans, loving an HSP can feel frustrating, like trying to high-five a house cat.
Babe, I planned a surprise. Concert Friday, beach with the squad Saturday, brunch Sunday, then...
I'm gonna stop you right there. You lost me at surprise.
You don't want to come?
I want to come, but my emotional Wi-Fi is already buffering. It's not that you're boring, it's that the world feels louder to you, and your peace doesn't need to be loud to be real. The right people won't resent your limits. They'll respect them, and maybe even start canceling plans with you. Number 6. Needing too much space. Some people need space. You need space. Whether you're an introvert or just a sensitive soul, you need time to decompress, recalibrate, and reintroduce yourself to your own thoughts, daily. Your alone time isn't optional, it's sacred. It's how you sort through everything you absorbed during the day. The emotions, the facial expressions, the weird energy in the group chat. You don't just get tired, you get emotionally overloaded. Like someone left all your browser tabs open and your brain needs a forced restart. But to your partner, it can feel confusing. You disappear for a while. No calls, no texts. Did I do something wrong? Are they mad? Are they ghosting me? And you're just in bed like, I needed 72 hours to recover from a small vibe shift and have a confrontation.
You didn't text me all weekend.
Yeah, I was emotionally jet-lagged from Tuesday.
Tuesday? What happened Tuesday?
You sighed. You sighed, kind of aggressively. You're not too much. You're just someone who needs less noise to feel like themselves again. And the right person won't take your solitude personally. They'll see it as a part of your self-care, not a rejection of them. You're not disappearing, you're recharging. And that's what keeps your love real, not robotic. Number 7. Being too conflict-averse. Nobody likes conflict, but HSPs, we avoid it like it's contagious. You don't just dislike tension, you absorb it. The raised voices, the clipped tone, the I'm fine that's clearly not fine. It all feels like an emotional crime scene. And you just walked in without gloves. So what do? You keep the peace. You say it's okay when it's not. You nod even when you disagree. You'd rather abandon your own needs than deal with the emotional fallout of saying, actually, I didn't like that. And over time, that creates this quiet resentment. Because every time you swallow your truth, you're building a wall out of unspoken anger and unprocessed emotion.
Are you sure you're fine with Thai food again?
Totally, I love pad air.
You mean pad see you?
Yep, that's the one. Being kind isn't the same as being agreeable, and avoiding conflict doesn't create harmony, it just delays the explosion. You're allowed to disagree, you're allowed to want things, you're allowed to make noise. Real peace isn't built on silence, it's built on honesty, even if your voice shakes, even if it makes the room tense for a second. Because that tension, that's growth. Number 8. Neglecting your own self-care. Being a highly sensitive person means you're usually the emotional first responder. You feel everything, everyone's everything, and because of that, you care deeply, too deeply sometimes. You check in on your friends, remember your coworker's cat's vet appointment, and carry the emotional weight of people who haven't had a deep thought since 2017. But when it comes to you, self-care is the first thing on the chopping block. You don't mean to neglect yourself, you just forget. You confuse helping with healing, compassion with compliance, support with self-sacrifice. You're so busy making sure everyone else feels seen, heard, and loved, you forget to ask yourself, do I?
You seem tired. When's the last time you rested?
I took a nap in my car for 11 minutes and cried with the AC on. That counts.
Okay, but when's the last time you did something just for you?
I scheduled someone else's therapy appointment. That was kind of nice. Yeah. Being sensitive doesn't mean being selfless. You're not a sponge. You're a human. And you deserve rest, softness, boundaries, and joy that isn't earned through exhaustion. Because when you care for yourself as much as you care for others, you stop needing rescue from the very people you're trying to save. And yes, it might feel unfamiliar at first, but unfamiliar doesn't mean wrong. It just means unpracticed. Being a highly sensitive person doesn't mean you're hard to love. It means you love hard. You feel deeply. You notice the details no one else catches, and you care before there's even proof you should. And yeah, sometimes that means people misunderstand you. They call you too much, too emotional, too intense, too sensitive, but maybe the problem isn't that you're too much. Maybe it's that some people are too little patience, too little depth, too little capacity to sit with the kind of love that doesn't skip over nuance. Because love, real love, isn't just loud and romantic. Sometimes it's quiet and observant. Sometimes it's the way you text someone back because you care too much, not in spite of it. And yeah, maybe you do need space. Maybe conflict makes your stomach hurt. Maybe you overthink a look, a word, a pause, but the right people won't shame you for that. They'll get curious about it. They'll stay. And if you're tired, like deep soul level tired from carrying it all, get yourself something that holds you too, like a magic weighted blanket. Seriously, it's warm, grounding, and feels like what half of us are looking for in another person anyway, except this one won't ghost you. Links in the description if you want to stop carrying it all alone. You're not hard to love. You're just waiting for someone who puts in the effort to see you clearly. They say being sensitive makes you difficult. Actually, no. It just makes you rare. And if someone ever tells you you're too much, tell them to subscribe, because I'm just getting started. Subscriptions are my love language. I'll see you in the next one.